What's up, y'all? I wanted to get the video out. I said, get that. Comparison and worry, they interlock with each other. This is what y'all gotta realize, bro. The plastic surgeon might not be as great as a public speaker as the lawyer, but the lawyer not gonna know what to do when he is given an operation. Everybody is unique in their own way, bro, and this is what hurts a lot of people. A lot of people have amounted their self-worth to societal standards. Like whatever society says success, people put themselves in that box. When you see other people doing better than you in your mind, you start comparing yourself. We live in a social media age right now. Comparison is the thief of joy. I heard that quote before. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna put it on here. You hurting yourself, bro. You literally was born at a specific time. You got a specific DNA makeup of yourself. You come from a specific bloodline. You are not gonna be the same as the next person. I used to try to have my uniqueness. Even my sense of humor was kind of like, it was unorthodox. Like certain things I found funny, other people wouldn't find funny. Even going through the adolescent stage from 8th grade to high school, a lot of people struggle because it's like you trying to find your tribe and you trying to fit into something, but you don't even know that you was called to be something that out of the ordinary. You know, you was called to be extraordinary. You see your friends graduating from school. You wanted to have a family, you wanted to have kids, but you see somebody else doing that or having that. Like, you gotta realize that God created you in a specific way. You gotta look at it like this. A lot of people have missed out on their blessings. The reason why they missed out on their blessings is because you was worried about the next person's blessing. You probably don't even know that person who getting that blessing in this season, spring, winter, whatever it is. You didn't see what they did when nobody was watching, when they was working hard, you didn't see that. But when they finally came up, now you feeling some type of way. But what were you doing? Be happy for people, bro. When you compare yourself, that brings up worry. Because while you comparing yourself, that means you kind of worrying about if you gonna get your blessing. It's kind of like you doubting God. You like, well, if she got it, how come I ain't get mine? You prematurely asking. I love that verse that says you can create your own plans, but God's plans is gonna always prevail over yours. You might not see it, you probably see it in a different light, but God, trust me, God controls everything. And that's when I would get into controlling your mind, bro. I'm gonna get into that. A lot of people need to learn how to control their mind because it's a lot of puppet masters out here. It's a lot of manipulators. It's a lot of narcissists. So you allowing these narcissists to have power over your thoughts and over your actions. Feelings and thoughts basically come first. Thoughts transpire and then your actions transpire. So it could be somebody saying, I don't like this about you. You start to believe it. You know what I'm saying? You start to believe it. One analogy that really helped me out was I was reading this book, Psycho-Cybernetics. Imagine a TV show and somebody hold up a prompt and it's a sign. And when they hold up that sign, it says like applaud. So it tells the crowd to applaud. So they, yay, they clapping. And then it tells them to laugh. They like, they laugh. They are basically the sheep of that prompt. So whoever's holding that prompt up, he's basically their slave master. So they following everything without even thinking about it. When somebody say, yeah, you trash, this like you not worthy, you ain't gonna be able to do this, you ain't gonna be able to do that, your mind is becoming programmed. They're basically shaping that into your belief subconsciously. It's so important to change your environment, change the people that you're around. Stop settling. You know what I'm saying? Those people, those narcissists, they are the people that's holding up that prompt that's saying, get mad, get sad, feel bad about yourself, don't believe in yourself. You feel me? And it's like, when I seen that, I was like, bro, like, this is so fire, bro. The way he put it, I'm like, that's so true. Because you got to realize somebody can say anything about you, but you still have the option to decide. You still have the option to be like, okay, I can react in this way, I can react in that way. That's why in my last video, I put proactive is greater than reactive. When you're proactive, you find solutions and you attack your problems aggressively. But when you're reactive, you letting people control you. You letting that person become the puppet master. So when they put that prompt up, you automatically react to that prompt. And I feel like the reason why we do it is because you can jump into an emotion like light speed, like fast. You can. The reason we jump into that emotion fast is because we have been trained for years to react in a certain way, and it's embedded in our mind. But what you got to do is you got to reprogram your mind. So you got to start off with your conscious, and your conscious is going to dictate what the subconscious programming is. All this time, like, I used to watch YouTube videos. People would say that the subconscious dictates your conscious. I'm not going to say it's wrong, but All this time, people told me you got to go to the subconscious, go to your past, take out any trauma from your past, and then therefore the subconscious will clean up your conscious. But in the book, it said it's backwards. It's your conscious. Whatever you do on a daily basis, you have to catch your old self. You got to make new convictions. So the way you thought in the past, today, you can start today, literally. I remember, bro, I used to be scared to go to the grocery store. A lot of people know me in my city because I make music, and I'm like, oh yeah, I might see somebody in public. I didn't have the right clothes on. I wasn't fresh. Like, Chicago is like a fashionable city. I used to be fearful to go to the grocery store, and on the way there, I would just have thoughts of like, oh, I'm gonna see this person. I was just thinking the worst of it. What I realized is when you think those fearful thoughts, catch yourself and don't be mad. It takes 21 days to change a habit. Catch yourself thinking those old thoughts, bring it up to the surface, dissect it, and take it away. And this will help me out. You have irrational beliefs and you have rational beliefs. Irrational beliefs is beliefs that you have in your imagination. And rational beliefs is logic. It's based off logic. If I'm walking in the store, right, somebody could be staring at me. And in my irrational belief, I would be like, oh no, this person got ill intent towards me. Why are they staring at me? They hating on me, bro. They jealous. Like, I instantly jumped to that, but that was my irrational beliefs from the past because I had friends that I found that was hating on me, so it created trauma. I started to apply that to everybody, but everybody is not evil, bro. But I was labeling everybody as evil, so my reality wasn't based off logic. It was based off imagination. It was based off irrational beliefs. What if that person was looking at me and saying, oh, he looked like this person, or admiring me? It happened before. Somebody was staring at my mother and she was like, hey, like, can I have my face back? She said something like that. The lady was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just like, I love how smooth your skin is. And she was like, my mother was shocked, like, dang, we made that assumption, but would have never known what that person was really thinking. When you move off irrational beliefs, you moving off your imagination. It's like self-inflicting, like you basically hurting yourself. You have to just think off logic. Now, it is smart to be aware of your surroundings. You know how to discern. When you pray to God, ask for the power of discernment and ask for strong intuition. Since I've been doing that, everything has been like growing for me, and denounce any negativity or any enemy trying to get in your mind. Back to the point, to reprogram your mind, you have to make new convictions for yourself. So if you so used to always walking around with anxiety, always walking around fearful, always comparing yourself to people, everything that you do, go to the opposite side of that, bro. Go all the way across the board. If you was right here, go right here. Or if you was right here, go right here. Just go to the opposite. It's the law of polarity. When you so used to worrying, you got to realize that that's the enemy trying to get in your head, bro. That's the enemy trying to get in your head, and you can't let that happen. When you compare yourself to other people, you robbing yourself of joy. So this person got their blessing and you just missed your blessing because you too busy looking over there, being envious of that person. You gotta stop that. You gotta make new convictions. You gotta train your mind. It takes 21 days to change your habit. It's kind of like that picture with Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps was swimming. He was winning the race, but the other person was like slightly behind him. When the other person finally came up from the water and was looking, he looking at Michael Phelps, and Michael Phelps, he looking ahead. So it's like winners focus on winning and losers focus on the winners. You got to realize that it's enough sun for everybody. You literally see it shining right now. It's enough sun for everybody to win. Comparison is hurting you. If you comparing yourself, even like subconsciously, and you don't know it, do not look at that. You got to look at your own journey. You have to look at your own journey, I'm telling you. And the reason why you comparing yourself is because you procrastinating. You looking at this person succeeding, but this person is every day waking up early in the morning, getting to what they need to get to. People who watching this content, I want y'all to learn what I have to learn. And I'm learning with y'all. You have to let go of the old you. You have to just shed it off like a snake shed skin. You have to let it go, bro. We finna move into 2025. It's finna be a whole new season. And I know y'all don't want to rinse and repeat the same thing y'all been doing. I'm not saying that y'all been doing bad in life. I'm just saying, like, it's certain things I want to take out, you know. Remember to change your habits. To remember this, in the book, it said, like, if you usually put your right shoe on first or your left shoe on first, or you usually tie your right shoe or your left shoe, something that simple, put on your left shoe if you usually put on your right. And when you put on your shoe, that's going to be the reminder to, when I go outside, instead of worry, think about positive things happening? How come when in a grocery store I couldn't think of I'm gonna meet somebody who's gonna be a great mentor towards me and genuinely think that, genuinely be excited about it? This lady said this too, man. I forgot her name, bro. I'm gonna put the clip up. She said that anxiety and excitement is literally the same feeling, bro. It's literally the same feeling. And when she said it, I'm like, yo, like, she cooking, bro.
Being excited is the exact same thing as being afraid. Your body doesn't know the damn difference. And research out of Harvard, not based on my technique, but something very similar, proves that if you basically, right before you're about to do something, take a test, run a race, public speaking, go, I'm excited. I'm excited to give that speech. Because what happens is you give your brain context, so your brain doesn't escalate the stuff going on in your body. Your brain's not worried.
You have to choose which polarity it's gonna be. You have to tell yourself you're excited about it. God told me to come and talk on this camera. I was gonna wait. God told me to say, y'all gotta work on, and me too, work on worry and comparison. It works together. If you comparing yourself to people and you constantly trying to fit into society standards and you trying to fit into a bubble and you want to be so-called cool but not embrace your uniqueness, you are inviting worry to come into your life because you're comparing yourself and you thinking that nothing gonna happen. When you worry, this is what I want y'all to do. When you worry, try to gather up as much great memories in your life when you was a kid, when you went to the beach with one of your, like, the baddest girls you ever had, or, and it don't even have to be about that. You received an award, you went fishing with your family, anything. Remember all the best memories in your life, bro, and gather that up before you even have to do a task. 10 minutes out your day, thank God and be grateful. And think about all the great experiences and expect great things to happen to you. And I promise you, y'all, things gonna change. It only take 21 days, y'all. Because I tried to do this video yesterday, but when I prayed to God, I felt God telling me to speak to y'all about worry and speak to y'all about comparison. Because I don't know who needs to hear this, but if this resonated with you, then lock in, man. Like, love yourself. When you wake up, write down 10 things you love about yourself. Don't compare yourself. If you feel yourself worrying, don't be mad at yourself. Just look at it like, oh, okay, I'm worrying. Be patient with yourself. Know that you have to change your convictions, and it's gonna be a process. It might take 21 days. It might take 14 days, but bring that conviction up, the old conviction, and swap it out. So when you worry, swap it out with faith. Love y'all, man.